This is my realistic YouTube monetization journey timeline, and also how much YouTube paid me for having under 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so if you ever scroll through YouTube and you're looking at people who would say, oh, how much I made on YouTube, how quickly did I get to monetization? You'll always see it's like how I gained 600,000 subscribers in like 6 months. These outrageous numbers in these like superficial short times, and it just makes you feel kind of like bad about yourself. You're like, man, I am really not doing great out here. If these guys are getting like 500,000 subscribers in a time it takes me just to make like one video, it's like, that's crazy. So this is a little timeline video about my journey, and hopefully it'll inspire you and just show you some realistic timelines. That way you don't have to compare yourself to all these crazy numbers out there. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. In 2016, I started publishing a couple videos. Mostly it was just videos for my friends and videos for me, and it was easier to put it on YouTube and share it with a link than it was to go through and say, hey, what's your email? I'll email it to you. So I made a couple videos for like some classes and some of my friends and put it out there, and it was like, sure, if someone watches it, sure, I've got like 5 subscribers. They're not gonna watch it, but if they happen to do, maybe they'll subscribe and maybe we'll kick something off. Who knows? But 2016 was all about just having random videos for my friends. So now we go to 2017 and we have a couple videos built up, and I figured, you know what, why not test some waters, right? Back then there were no requirements for monetization. Anybody could join, which then led to the adpocalypse. So we'll forget about that for now. At the moment, no requirements. Anybody can join monetization and make money from ads on your videos. So we only had about 20 subscribers, but I monetized my channel, and I made actually 99 cents. It's still sitting over there in my AdSense account waiting to be claimed because I haven't made $100 yet, which is the payout limit. But we made 99 cents, and it was incredible. Sadly, after a few months, YouTube decided to go through and change their YouTube monetization policies to where you had to have 10,000 total channel views. Not crazy, but as someone that only posted videos for my friends, how am I gonna get 10,000 channel views? I don't know. So it was a little bit of a setback, but whatever. We ended 2017 with 50 subscribers. That was pretty good. And then 2018 came along, and we actually made a couple of videos for my robotics team and a couple of videos that I had posted on some forums, and they actually got some views. We finally hit 10,000 total channel views in early 2018. And I finally applied for YouTube monetization again. I was like, sweet, we're gonna be back, we're gonna get it. They said, about 2 weeks, we'll send you an email. About a month later, I'm like, listen, there is no email yet. Support YouTube, hello, where is my monetization? And a week later I get like another email, says, hey, we're changing our policies again. Fantastic. This time you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That's a crazy number for someone that has 50 subscribers and like no watch hours. So another setback for the YouTube monetization, and it was pretty heavy hitting. It was like, man, I'm never gonna be able to make any sort of hobby income or anything from this. Oh well. But for Christmas in 2017, I got my first DSLR, the Canon T6i, and I also got a handheld gimbal. And these two things just really kind of inspired me to make more videos. I was able to go out and get shots that I never thought I could with my handheld, because they were super smooth and I could run really fast and keep everything fluid, and it was super awesome. And we made a couple videos. It wasn't anything special, but it was really fun. We ended 2018 with 52 subscribers and 43 watch hours. So a start, 1% of the way there, but nowhere near what we needed. So now we're at 2019. This is the first year that the channel kind of saw a little bit of progress toward the monetization goal. I took a video class and learned a whole bunch of things about editing. We used Premiere, Final Cut, we were able to use like Canon C100s. There was a Canon 1DC there. A whole bunch of cool things we were able to use and just learn about video and make videos. And so I was able to take these lessons and bring them home and make a couple series. I made a pun series where I would say puns. I made a minute vlog series where I was talking to the camera for a minute trying to improve my editing skills. Basically, it was TikTok in landscape before TikTok. And then we also made a couple other series later on in the year. But in order to make those series, I first went down to the basement and I cleaned out a little bit of a space in the corner. And I made my first ever studio. It was nothing special, just like a concrete wall and a card table desk and a folding chair. But it was my first ever studio, my first ever space to actually create stuff. And in this space, I started to make a DaVinci Resolve series. The first video was just going over the UI of DaVinci Resolve, because mainly I needed to learn it, because I no longer had access to Premiere and Final Cut because I was no longer in school and I needed to use a free program. DaVinci Resolve was free, so I made a video going over the outlines of DaVinci Resolve, mainly for my help, but also in case somebody else needed help as well. And we ended 2019 with a astounding 103 subscribers, so we finally crossed the 100 subscriber mark, and we also got 57 watch hours that year. So a bump up from 2018, but still a very far cry from 4,000. And then 2020, not a great year for the world, but a great year for the YouTube channel. We started out by making a couple more DaVinci Resolve videos, and this time we made one about how to preview your video in full screen, something super specific, but it was a question that I had. So I made the video, and surprisingly, other people also had the same question. That video started to get views, and they weren't just my friends and family, they were people on the internet who were looking up things about DaVinci Resolve. So I was like, maybe there is something to this. So I made some more of those DaVinci Resolve videos throughout the year. I also made some more like vlogs, like I made some shirts on my Cricut, I made a couple other things, we went on some vacations, and I just filmed whatever I could and uploaded it because I wanted to get better and better and better. And then we got our first break in October. We ordered a 3D printer in November of 2019, and it finally arrived in October of 2020. And I had always wanted a 3D printer. I wanted to be able to make my own stuff and create things at my house. I made an unboxing video, and it did actually pretty well. People really enjoyed it. And even Snapmaker themselves, who was the brand of the 3D printer that I got, even they commented on it, and it was super awesome. I made a couple other videos about questions I had about my 3D printer as I was going along, and those also started to do really well. And then for Christmas, I got the Canon R6, what we're using to film right now, and the unboxing video didn't do very well because there was a ton of videos about people unboxing cameras, but I made a video about how to enable 120 FPS, another question that I had that I wanted to solve, so I thought other people might as well. And sure enough, that video did really well. And so we ended 2020 at 134 subscribers and 141 watch hours. Not a huge improvement, but still an improvement from year to year, which is good. And then 2021 was a huge year of growth for the channel. We made a ton of Snapmaker videos, a ton of Canon R6 videos, and a ton of DaVinci Resolve videos. These are kind of like our three niches that we were able to kind of sneak into and kind of develop and make videos for. And we were able to see consistent growth. Now we're getting like 1 subscriber every 2 days, maybe a subscriber every day. And you can kind of see the graph going up and kind of being pretty consistent. And this was awesome. You know, the videos were starting to do well. They were getting a couple hundred views, some of them getting a couple thousand views, and it was awesome. We ended up publishing 73 videos between long form, shorts, and live streams. And we just overall were having a great year. Things were just on the up and up, and we were doing great. We ended 2021 with 561 subscribers and 2,258 watch hours. So we're about halfway there. And then we get to 2022. We had a huge year of growth in 2021, and 2022 was kind of just stagnant, but it was also great in other ways. I had just had a career advancement in late 2021, and I was working a ton of more hours and just didn't have the energy to film videos. So we didn't make a whole lot. We only made 9 long form videos. We ended up publishing 34, but most of those were just like recycled videos for shorts, and they didn't do very well. We only made 9 actually like decent videos in 2022. Now some of them got some good traction, like we had a DaVinci Resolve timer video, we had the Snapmaker Artisan announcement video which did really well, but the other ones didn't really do all that great. Now because of our consistent videos before about the Canon R6 and answering people's questions, we actually gained quite a few subscribers and quite a few watch hours this year as well. We ended up with 963 subscribers, so we gained 402, and in September, we actually hit 4,000 watch hours. Now, since then, it's actually declined, and we ended 2022 with 3,872 watch hours. And this is the moment that we have been longing for quite a while. 6 years after first being monetized, we're finally almost there. It's within our grasp. As the time of this recording, we're at 995 subscribers, and we're below 3,800 watch hours, sadly. But I've made it my mission to post more in 2023, and to finally get back to making videos and do what I love, which is to create things. So I hope you found this video helpful. Again, I think there's a ton of unrealistic timelines out there of getting, hundreds of thousands of subscribers in just a couple of months. But for some of us, it takes a couple years. For me, it took 6-7 years to even get close to monetization, and we're still not quite there, but we are on the right track. And I hope this is able to inspire you and lead you down the path and say, hey, maybe if I, change a couple things and maybe do some things differently, maybe I can actually get there. Maybe if I make a couple more videos, I can actually get there. So I just wanted to make this video to inspire you to keep going, and one day, hopefully you'll get monetized and you'll be able to just pay back a little bit of the money you've invested. And one of the important things is you never know which video is gonna be great for you. You might have a video that you think is gonna do terrible. My how to remove PLA video doesn't look the greatest, but it answers a question and it helps people. And that is what kind of videos will help you get monetized. And that could be the one that takes you and takes off your channel and leads you down a path of greater things. So anyways, that's all I've got. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. If you're interested or have any questions about YouTube monetization and the journey, let me know, and hopefully I'll make more videos about this topic in the future. Otherwise, if you enjoyed it, consider hitting like, and if you want to see more in the future about 3D printing and cameras and editing and whatever things I find myself interested in, then hit subscribe and join me on the journey. And maybe hopefully this year we'll hit monetization, and maybe we'll even hit like 5,000 subscribers. That'd be kind of cool. Anyways, I gotta stop talking. I ramble on for too long. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.